The My Hero Academia anime is absolutely packed with references to pretty much every big superhero story you've ever seen. Not to mention the sneaky foreshadowing and hidden meanings. Today, I'll be showing you 10 things you probably missed. There will be spoilers for the anime, but not for the manga, so don't worry if you're anime only. Number 1. The first one is a pretty recent one. When I went back through the first opening of My Hero Academia from way back in 2016, I noticed that Kurogiri is shown, and then literally the next frame is eraserhead using his quirk. The way it transitions makes it seem like they're fighting or interacting on some level. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's not too crazy to think that the storyline between them was planned from the very early chapters. Number 2. I bet you remember the pink-haired boy in the crowd from when Endeavor was fighting the high-end Nomu. He shouts at the camera crew for doubting Endeavor and makes everybody realize that Endeavor hasn't given up yet. He looks a little bit like Natsu from Fairy Tail, right? Well, the guy who voices the English dub for this guy is actually the same dude who voiced Natsu for the English dub in Fairy Tail. On top of that, the character is obsessed with fire and wears a scarf similar to Natsu. But if that's not enough to convince you, in this episode we meet Todoroki's brother for the first time outside of a flashback, and his name is Natsuo. Number 3. If you didn't know, My Hero Academia has a third movie on its way, and in the first few seconds of the trailer, they show us a news anchor along with a big message that says Deku is a mass murderer. But look at this logo. Seems familiar? It's extremely close in appearance to the Fox News logo. The lines are a little bit different, but the blue background and a red section at the bottom is the exact same. I have no idea why they did this, but hey, there you go. Number 4. Let's talk about Twice. I think it's pretty clear that Twice is inspired by Deadpool. They have fairly similar appearances, and they both have a heavy comedy relief element to their characters. But there's also a serious side to Twice. In episode 62, we see him watch the news and observe people on the street as he gives a strange inner monologue. He talks about society and villains and corruption. If you think of how he needs his mask to stay sane and comfortable at certain times, then this monologue and his character is also a huge shout out to Rorschach from The Watchmen. It's a pretty big tone shift from the rest of the series, so it really stands out as something unique. Number 5. Honestly, this next one is a bit of a meme. Did you know that John Cena likes My Hero Academia? And I don't just mean that he likes it a little bit. Yeah, he's posted some pictures on social media of the movies, but on Twitter, he follows multiple accounts that ship Bakugo and Deku together, otherwise known as bakudeku. I'm not really sure what to make of this. Nothing is stranger than reality itself. At one point, you could type John Cena into Google, and the thing that came up as the first search result was John Cena BKDK. Hey, maybe the next WrestleMania will be a contest between all the different My Hero Academia ships. Yeah, let's hope not. In all likelihood, it's either some kind of follow bot that got lost, or some intern that works for him who thought it would be funny, which it definitely is. Number 6. Horikoshi absolutely loves Star Wars, and My Hero Academia has an insane amount of Star Wars references. There's Kamino Ward, which is named after a planet in the Star Wars universe. There's Naboo Middle School and also Naboo Island from the Heroes Rising movie, which both reference Planet Naboo. There's also a park called Dagobah Municipal Park, which references the planet Dagobah. Then there's Hosu City, which could be referencing the planet Hoth. These are a lot of references, but we're not done yet. The train station Tatooine in My Hero is a reference to the planet Tatooine, which is where Obi-Wan Kenobi went into hiding. But wait, there's more. There's also Meteos' ultimate move that he uses when he's trying to rescue Eddie from Overhaul. In the manga, it's called Phantom Menace, and he does say that exact phrase in the sub version of the anime. But in the dub version, he actually says Phantom Threat, probably because of some copyright issues. You might even say there's a similarity between All For One's mask and Darth Vader's. Both alter their voices to be somewhat creepy, and both seem necessary for the health of the wearer. I'm pretty sure there's zero chance that Deku is his son though, right? Number 7. Momos Costume. This one is really obscure, but her costume is almost the same as a DC villain that goes by the name of Vittoria. Even the colors are the same, as well as the placement of the belt thing. She's not exactly a super famous villain in the DC universe, but it shows you just how deep Horikoshi's knowledge of Western comics runs. Despite their similarities, their powers don't exactly line up. Vittoria was bitten by the most venomous spider in the world 319 times, and because of that, people just sort of drop dead if they touch her. Momo is a bit more wholesome compared to that. Number 8. Toga is definitely one of the most interesting characters in My Hero, but did you notice that her mask looks eerily similar to Bane's from the DC universe? Somebody edited this manga panel because of the similarity. I couldn't really imagine Toga speaking like Bane though, not unless Deku turned her down or something. Number 9. In the first My Hero Academia movie, there are characters with an interesting last name. David Shield and his daughter Melissa Shield. For sure, this has to be a reference to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It makes sense too, because they're side characters and that TV show is pretty much a side character. No offense. Number 10. And for the final reference, we have to take it back to the early days of My Hero Academia. When Eraserhead takes Class 1A to the specialized gym, Training Dining Land, we see Deku say that a certain mouse might get angry at UA. The mouse he's referencing here is is of course Mickey Mouse. The reason for that is because the initials of the training facility, TDL, are the same as the initials for the Tokyo Disneyland. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Bye!